Good morning, everybody. I think I'm streaming. This is our 919. We're in South Florida. Let me close some windows to try to save as much bandwidth as I can. I cannot see comments. I was hoping to see comments, but I can't stream and poll and all that good stuff. The waves. We're north of Fort Lauderdale right now. In case you didn't know, I was streaming all night long, literally about 4 hours. Went down to Miami and had probably went with the expectation of like two, left with like an 8 as far as intensity goes, and I'm not exaggerating. This is talking about the South Florida storm. Um, Radar signature started showing weird spin around Key Largo. And I got some coffee too. I was so excited. Shelly, if you're watching, Shelly, text me if anything changed. Where's my phone at? It's in my pocket. Hey, text me if anything happens. There anything that I need to talk about because I can't see comments. But anyway, got my coffee. I'm so happy McDonald's was open. So anyway, the coming across Alligator Alley last night, all of a sudden it was like the edge of the system hit the truck, and it was like boom in the wind because I was driving head on into it, and I could tell right there it was going to be bad because it was middle of the state. Gusts on and NWS observation sites were showing 50 mile an hour plus gusts. There's been a couple now showing 75 plus sustained winds in the 40s. So even though this was not a tropical storm, technically it had tropical storm winds and then some. Very freaky. A lot of discussion on that, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of discussion on this after the fact, as far as why it wasn't given a little bit more. I'm closing some windows out here. Given a little bit more possibilities. But last I checked, I posted earlier, we had 119,000 without power. That's a lot. A lot of people probably didn't expect that. And it's windy. So I'm driving north, and we're going to go probably to maybe Melbourne, maybe high tides around 10, 11 o'clock, and we're seeing a strong east wind. The water is tremendous. These seas are just, I talk, so it's long gone. It's going to, it's pulling away. The only chance it has any effect now, it might bring a little increased surf along the eastern seaboard. This weekend, it does look like it might impact New England. This is the low off of Florida. This is what's showing up on the radar, by the way, on my up below me here. But yeah, it dumped a record amount of rain. Miami had morning, Shelley. Miami had record rain, 8-9 inches. Several spots were double digits. Now, there is weather today incoming. It's already brewing in the middle part of the state. There's another little spinner part of the. So this frontal line has had 3 spinners. We had the spinner that's out there still today. If you looked at satellite, you could see a naked swirl spin in the middle of the Gulf. That was the one that's up there by Louisiana yesterday. It's drifted south. We got another little spinner kind of happening in Central Florida right now. You can see it, West Central Florida, middle parts of Florida. You're going to get some action today. So the middle part of Florida looks like it's going to get some rain today, believe it or not. This is going to spin itself towards that frontal line that this system's going to now. So we got increased winds all along the East Coast because of this. High surf. So up and down the whole Florida East Coast, it's pretty rough. But there's going to be rain, maybe some storms today, middle part of the state, to watch out for. From kind of the same frontal line. We have Invest 98, which you haven't noticed. We got spaghetti models now for Invest 98. Invest 98's in the Caribbean. Up to 60% chance. I was a little surprised this morning. The NHC back to 60. They had it down to 50. Now it's 60. Going to bring a lot of rain. Caribbean, obviously Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, Turks, Caicos, Bahamas. Maybe Dominican Republic. So they're watching out for, unfortunately, they get rain and they have big problems with mudslides. This is going to merge with this front that's picking up this system, and Bermuda could have some action over the weekend as Invest 98 merges with the frontal line with this Florida low. So it's a threesome. That's the word of the day. So everything's kind of pushing off to the northeast. Sloppy system, right? But man, the seas are incredible. So I posted a lot of videos from last night. I saw probably at least 30 cars stranded in the floodwater. So that was something I've never seen before. You always see these videos of Miami. I saw it. Saw so many streets flooded. Saw so many cars flooded. Just sitting there in the middle of the road with flashers going on, people getting out of them. I shared some of those videos online, so on X and Facebook, you can see those. But that was a lot of flooding. I mean, I was really surprised how many roads that were really a foot or two underwater. And then, of course, the winds. The winds were incredible. If you were watching the stream last night, I've never seen so much debris in the roads before. There was chairs and mattresses and trees and you name it, it was in the road. It was like I joked, it was like playing a video game. I'm dodging, Mario Kart. So and one thing that I did notice that I've never noticed before, in the heart of the storm, we had tow trucks everywhere. And they were pulling cars out of this floodwaters because they needed the roads to be open once the water goes down. So I saw 40, 50 tow trucks with cars on them from cars that were stranded from the water. And this is like 2, 3 in the morning, like late, overnight. So that was pretty wild. And, I ran across a car while I was streaming that was parked dead in the middle of the road. Like if I would have paid attention, had no lights on, somebody had abandoned their car right in the middle of the road. So it was pretty eventful. I will admit. And then once the power, we started seeing transformers going left and right. There was all kinds of transformers blowing up in the middle of the night. 119,000 an hour ago we're out of power. That's a lot of people from a no-name storm, right? They're pretty wild. So, like I said, it might bring some sprinkles and stuff to the eastern seaboard until it gets to New England. This is the Gulf low that's below me right here. Right there. It's gonna swing probably west of Bermuda, and then bring New England weather this weekend. Now, the other thing that I need to talk about is this front. So I've shared it a lot. We talked about it a lot. There's a big dip in the jet stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, basically next week, Thanksgiving week. I was a little surprised today. Storm Prediction Center on day 4, day 5 especially, showed off a. I gotta turn my dang ringer down. Day 5, we got a 15% area marked, which is the upper Gulf, and that's almost to the Gulf Coast. So you don't get day 5 outlooks very often from Storm Prediction Center. That just means their confidence is kind of high. We're going to have some severe weather. I've been seeing it too. And we've been seeing a little bit of this dip in the jet stream pulling up some Gulf juice. Kind of El Nino-ish, So we're on track for that. Early week, midweek storms as a cold front comes through. Hopefully it's out of here by Thanksgiving for most people. It looks like it might be. We're still, look at that wave. God, I got to go out there and capture some of these waves. You wouldn't believe it. I am. I'm looking at one. It just like 20 feet in the air. So that's going to be a story to watch. Thanksgiving week is a possibility of some storms down in the Gulf, maybe into Florida. Cold front, dipping jet stream. Always confident of that, man. And some of those long range models, we're talking about 40-foot seas. I'm looking way out there in the Atlantic and I'm seeing some monster waves, like unbelievable waves out there that obviously aren't 40 foot when they reach here. But so that was my night. Big storm. Totally overachieved in my opinion. The models kind of nailed it. I was a little more surprised with the appearance of the storm as far as it having that look. I mean, it had a apparent eye. It had lots of tornadoes down there in the Keys. I don't know if any of them verified, but a lot of them on satellite. So, and the rain definitely verified. With gusts all the way both sides of the coast, almost hurricane force winds. So, man, it was a big storm, and it's still blowing hard. And we have a wind advisory up until 1 o'clock today. Still for much of the eastern seaboard. Um, so yeah, that's about it on my end. I did get my videos shared by Weather Channel, and Fox Weather reached out, both of them. So if you're flipping the channels around and you see Mike's weather page, yeah, always get excited when our videos make uh, the news. But that's that. Yeah. So I put up some future radar, and it just looks like we're gonna have some storms today, still across central parts of Florida. Latest. Let me kind of just talk you through what I think you're going to see in Florida today. This has been kind of on tap now for the last several days. There's a little bit happening still. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's happening. It's raining now, but it's going to start brewing even more. And we got some incoming off of the Gulf. So it looks like the West Central might get some more rain today. I'm telling you. It's been steadily showing on the models. Everything central part of Florida looks like we could still see some pretty heavy rain. Orlando, north of Okeechobee, basically, and south of maybe Gainesville. Maybe a little bit more to the state line, actually. Um, yeah, so that's crazy, man. And like I said, most of it's gone definitely gone by the weekend, so that's good news. All right, well, Shelly, should I talk about anything? Tomorrow's carpet day. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Depends on what time I get home. We'll do a live sometime. I just don't know when, or a pre-recorded video or something. Um, I got the park ranger coming up behind me. He's not gonna give me a ticket. I hope. I didn't buy a parking pass. Um, so that's a little short and sweet. I don't have anything to show y'all. Um, so the northeast? Somebody asked about the northeast. Well, this weekend, for sure, it looks like this low that we're watching off the coast of Florida is going to make its way up there. Um, we're going to see some snow. We are going to see, let's see here. It's going to merge with a front. So the Outer Banks, East Coast, tomorrow, Friday, we could see some winds, maybe some rains touching the coast. But it's going to pretty much be more north of maybe just Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, maybe. We could get some heavy rain and winds for Cape Cod on Saturday. We talked about that yesterday. It's still showing up. So definitely seeing Cape Cod getting some effects as this low pressure passes by Saturday. You guys kind of stick out there like a sore thumb, like we do down here. So let's take a look here. Gust on Saturday, and with that frontal line coming in, nothing too. I mean, you're used to it. It's nothing significant. I mean, again, classic nor'easter, right? Most of it's on the east side, northeast side. I don't even think it's going to be that windy Saturday. Mainly Nova Scotia for final track. But as far as snow goes, this weekend we could see some up there in Maine. Frontal line, fizzles out Saturday morning. Best chance of rain might be some in the Appalachians, maybe northeastward. But man, Saturday and Sunday look great. Then we got that big dip, that cutoff loads coming down Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. That's going to be the story. Euro showing a 999 pressure over Arkansas on Tuesday, Monday into Tuesday, Monday. That could bring a strong line of storms to the upper Gulf early week, midweek. And then it's gone by Thanksgiving. Maybe some snow Thanksgiving morning for some folks in the Pennsylvania north. But it's pretty clear for everybody Thanksgiving morning. So the front's gone. It's going to be out of here. So Thanksgiving, at least it'll be cold. And then that kind of backs up and comes back over Florida over the weekend. But so nothing's really changed. What we need to really focus on here on out is going to be Tuesday severe weather. We'll digest that next. Northern Florida. Well, you guys, I believe, are still under a wind. Let me go here. I think we got the high wind and gale warnings up for a lot. I mean, we got obviously coastal flood advisories for the whole, all the way up through Georgia, coastal flood advisories, wind advisories, Melbourne Beach, Daytona Beach, New Smyrna Beach. So the wind advisory doesn't go quite to Jacksonville, but I think you're just going to get winds. No rain out of it. You're going to get some rains later today from that stuff in the central part of Florida, not the system off of the coast. So the system off the coast is not what you're going to get. You're going to get some of these random rains today from whatever's happening right now currently across central Florida. Nothing too heavy. Maybe half an inch, maybe. Not even that. Winds don't look too bad. Yeah, the big winds stop around the Cape tonight. So I think, but anyway, all right. All right, well, that's cool. I'm going to go take a picture of the water crash and drink some coffee. Short and sweet. All right, I'll get with Shelly later if we do something tonight or tomorrow, what works out, what times. We'll have a live for sure before Saturday. I just don't know when. And we'll go over things. All right, so I'll still be posting today. A lot of video. Make sure you tune in. I'll be going live, streaming live here in a little bit again once we get rolling. So we'll be streaming live, posting videos, and heading north and see what kind of coastal impacts we see as the high tide rolls in around 11:30 around Port St. Lucie and that area there. So, all right, short and sweet. Thanks for tuning in. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. A modified daily brew today, and I drove by a bunch of them down here. So, all right, we'll see y'all. Have a good one.